This is a general reading for Aries for the week of March 1st through the 8th. So if Aries is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to be using some of my new oracle cards today. And I'm also, think of a question that you would like an answer for, because I'm going to be pulling the angel answer cards. It's going to be the same card for everyone. However, your question is going to be different. So think about what question you would like answered or some direction, and I will show the card at the end of the reading. Now, I'm in Las Vegas now. I'll post some things about my move. I'm staying at an Airbnb until almost the end of May, until Memorial Day weekend. And then I will look at a place to rent, maybe long term. And, I don't know what neighborhood I want to be in. There's some changes going on in my life as far as direction. I'm going to be enhancing the YouTube channel, and I'm doing the necessary paperwork in order to do readings at a bookstore in the area. I've already got my state license, and I have to apply for my city license. It's all very regulated. So that would take like 2 months, and I'll be licensed, and I'll be doing readings at a bookstore. I'll give you that information when it's available, and you can either do in-person or readings by phone. And this is Pacific Standard Time, remember. So that's one of the things that I have coming up. I have Nina here on the table, and Milo is right there. Milo is, he's on his heart pills, and he has renal failure. And he didn't like the dog food. And what I discovered is that they lose their appetite when they have renal failure. So I'm having to spoon feed him throughout the day, little bites, so that he, it's a special canned food, so that he keeps his strength up. So that's one of the things I have that I'm doing. Now, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. The numbers are going up, and I still would like to get that 5,000. I'm just below it. And if you like the video, thumbs up, comments are appreciated. You and Libra Taurus have the most participation of all the signs. And I so appreciate, Aries, your support and kind words. They're greatly appreciated. Now, if you want a reading now, you can send me an email. And that would be either by video or phone. And I'll be doing those until I start working in the bookstore. So I have shuffled the cards, concentrated on the cards. I'd like you to think about, what question do you have in your mind that you would like the angel card to answer? So let's see what we have here. And I'm using the Morgan Greer deck and the Seven of Swords. That's what your reading's about, which is actually, it indicates movement, going forward, and leaving the difficult situation. It's sort of like the conqueror, that you were in a battlefield. In the ancient times, it would have been a battlefield, and you would have left the battlefield and carried your weapons off. This is a battlefield of, it could be, a challenge, we call it, that you faced a challenge, the Five of Swords, which could have been some deception, but you conquered it, crossed over by judgment, things coming to you. At the base of it is the Three of Pentacles. Behind you, the Page of Cups. Ahead of you, or on your mind, is the Queen of Cups. Right ahead of you is the Hermit. Then your overall reading, Seven of Cups. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? Knight of Rods. Ace of Swords, and you know how I love the Ace of Swords and Page of Swords. And the final outcome is the Four of Swords. And usually the Four of Swords is like a repose, sort of like a rest. But this, I look at, it's information coming to you as you take a break. That sometimes our minds are so busy that we miss the message the spirit guides are trying to tell you, or you don't take the time to listen to that voice inside of you. This indicates that you're taking a break, a listening time, and through that, then you're going to get the information that you need. And this is with the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. Remember, I just said how I really like those cards. Ace of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. Page of Rods, or the Knight of Rods with the World. Now, as the World card starts showing up, that's getting to the end of a cycle. Seven of Cups with the Two of Rods. The Hermit. Seven of Pentacles. That's about work. Queen of Cups on your mind, the Strength card. Page of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, two aces. So it's definitely a winding down phase. It's a transition phase. And then we have the Three of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. And then the Wish card, Nine of Cups, crossed over by the Nine of Wands. Oh, did you move a little bit, Nina? Did you? Okay. Nina loves her new home. She and Milo, it's got a big yard. And I leave the door open in the daytime, and they just wander around and sunbathe, and it's very nice for them. Very nice. So she likes it here. So your reading is about leaving that difficult situation. It's almost a form of victory in that the Five of Swords was a lot of conflict, deceit. It could be a situation. It could be relationships. It could be work. It could be even around you. It could be for different people, different things. It could be dealing with government entities or projects or someone. It's like you're on a path, you know the direction that you want, the outcome, the goal. And the Five of Swords was the challenges getting to that. Whatever this is the spirit guides are telling me this, that you had a goal, and the Five of Swords indicates the roadblocks put up there by others that were challenges. Now, the challenges, we can thank them also, because once we face those roadblocks, we have the skills, and it was something that you predetermined before you came here. That wasn't a lesson for you to learn. So thank them, whatever it is, and they are also learning a lesson too. It's this reciprocal thing. So you had a goal, and through that, you were victorious. And they keep saying victory. There was victory, just like the battlefield. There was victory. And now you're moving forward with those Seven of Swords, which is turning that lesson into victory, into skills. And you have a sense of accomplishment, a sense of freedom. And the look there, see, the person's looking out into the horizons. It's like, I can see the goal now. It's within my reach. And it's a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of, again, victory. Because what it did is it confirmed within you those abilities that you have that maybe you were not in touch with, that you now know that you can call on them, that you have that within yourself. So it also built up your confidence as you move forward into other life experiences. That's what this part of it was about. And then we have crossing over. There's your judgment. There's your victory. So they keep using the word victory. Usually I don't use the word victory, but this They don't give me the word victory, but this is about victory. And it could be victory over something that's been a challenge for you. And through this, through the Five of Swords, whatever that is, you are victorious moving forward. Time of celebration. And then your wish, there's your wish card, a 9, and the 9 of rods. So the 9s indicate the end of the cycle, almost there. So you're almost at the finish line because you have this little checklist in your mind and a checklist of the lesson, and you're almost at the very completion of it. And as it's not, on a marathon or a run, you hit the wall. Well, you're past that. You can see the finish line. You can see the ribbon across there, and you're almost just a few steps away to your wish, whatever it is. Your wish is coming, and you have a whole lot of activities in completion of it. It could be transition from one situation to another. It can be wrapping up something. And it could be a project that's just about over, or a move, or a new job, transition, whatever it is, and it is victorious. Your wish is coming true. You're just about at completion of this cycle. Because at the base of it, and this can be what you've been experiencing, is gathering or celebration or new directions, and the 8 of Swords. Now, in this case, I feel here, the 8 of Swords not only usually indicates your fears that you bring forward, but in this instance, it can indicate that there's it's some information that is not been given to you. That's like the go ahead. Oh, okay. So I see. Thank you. On the old trains where they had the 3 lights, and that would tell you when they were switching tracks or going ahead, that it's safe to go ahead, that there's no roadblocks, no trains coming. So I see that, and it was usually manually, well, in the old days, manually turned. So that's what you've been waiting for, is to be manually turned so that you have the go-ahead. It could be waiting for information about a new job, or completion of something, or moving forward, maybe waiting for a promotion, or information about what's going on. The world, and it's not just the States, but the world is in a change right now. And so it could be that you're waiting for information for the go-ahead for the next direction that you're going to go. And so you're sort of waiting for, and that's what this the 8 of Swords, Rick, is representing, is that you don't have the information, you're blindfolded, and you're waiting for the go-ahead. You're waiting for the information that is then going to remove those ropes, and then you're going to move it forward. And this is about new things. Could be agreements, could be new jobs, could be new endeavors. It could be, applying for government programs, something. But you're waiting for the green light that says, go ahead. Or the tracks are clear now. That's basically what it is. The tracks are clear. Now you can move forward. Because behind you was new endeavors. Because the Page of Cups represents a message. Could be a beginning, and it's about the Ace of Pentacles. Could be applying for a new job. Could be being told about a new job. Could be hired about a new job, new project. Something new related to your finances. What is it about? Okay, there's a message. Okay. It's for someone, it's a new project, a big project, and that you've been waiting for it. I don't know. It's like a big, I don't know if it's a big building project, big technical project, but it's something big that it's been in the planning stage. It's just about ready to be executed, started. The plans are just about ready to be started. That was, and then you've been waiting for that message, and that's just behind you. This is for someone, but I see it's, and it's huge, 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 huge project, and you've been waiting for that, and that was just behind that you got the message for the go ahead, because what's on your mind is, and the Page of Cups could also represent for some people a move, and money, maybe waiting for financing, or maybe waiting for an apartment or something, but it can be also a move, because on your mind is the Queen of Cups and the Strength. Now, this is, could be interpreted a couple of ways. Queen of Cups is usually, I would say, in this case, vulnerable. And it says have the strength, because the Queen of Cups usually, well, it can represent home. It can represent being in touch with your feelings, expressing your feelings. Could be a relationship, could be change of home, could be an ending of a relationship. And this is on your mind. It says have the strength of the lion. So even though there's that vulnerable side of you that's coming out, it says have the strength of the lion, because see, she's got her hand in the mouth of the lion. Oh, Daniel and the lion's den. Okay, boy, that flashed in my, Daniel with the lions, and that's, I think, in the book of Daniel in the Old Testament. I have to remember that. I read the Bible twice from cover to cover. That he was with the lions, but they laid down. So there was the strength. He conquered the situation. So whatever it is, it says have that strength. Have the strength in order to conquer, and it's not conquer in a physical way, but to conquer in that having them come over to, not to your side, but in a pacifistic, quiet, calm, coexisting. Because I think in the Daniel, maybe I thought that they lay down and went to sleep. They threw them in the lions, and they, in a dangerous situation. It's the same thing. That don't rush anything. Don't agitate. Stir it up. Be calm, knowing that you are not alone. Just as Daniel was not alone in the lion's den. That you have your spirit team that are there for you, always. And all you have to do is call on them. Because, okay, and here is the yoke of protection is upon you when you call on them. Okay. So for someone, you could be facing some situation that could be challenging, and you have been in touch with your feelings, being vulnerable, maybe showing that part of you that is vulnerable, but you're being protected, and there is the lion. Have the strength. Don't stay true to what you believe and don't waver, because you're being protected. Listen to the guidance of your spirit guides. If you look within yourself, you will hear the messages, or you'll hear messages from other people. Have discernment, however, from the messages of other people. I don't know why. Usually, spirits work sometimes through messages for people, but have discernment also as you listen to messages of other people. Oh, okay. It could be that you're in negotiations with someone, or there's some sort of thing going on, like a contract or separation of property or something, and the other person has their own agenda. So it says here, have the strength of the lion. Listen to that inner voice, because maybe the Queen of Cups, and it can also be home. It can be a change of home. It can be related to relationships within a home, family members, or property. But that's what's on your mind. So even though you have shown your vulnerable side, you still have the strength of the lion. Follow your path, not necessarily the direction that others want you to follow based on their agendas. Somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is, but someone just got aha. Okay, so what's ahead is the Hermit and work. Now this is for someone else too. The Hermit is the lantern of the truth. And looking at something objectively. It's in the the cards that's usually on a mountaintop looking down can see the big picture without looking at it subjectively. It's looking at it objectively and being able to see all the pieces as they fall in, looking for the truth of the situation. Now, in this case, it can be related to work, that you can look at the situation objectively and see what's happening at work, and have discernment related to that. The other interpretation can be at looking at a situation from above, objectively, and there's hard work involved in whatever situation it is that you're dealing with. It could be dealing with people in your life, and it's work, not physical work, not work that you're paid for, but maybe relationships or work around the home, energy with projects. It doesn't necessarily have to be a job that you're compensated for. So it can be different things for different people, but it can be for some of you looking at your work situation objectively. For example, are you going to get that bonus? Are they really going to promote you once you get that big project done? Is your job secure? Maybe you should get your resume sharpened up. Have discernment. And in our modern interpretation, instead of being on the mountaintop, it's looking, you can look at the situation like from the view of a drone or the view from a bird, looking at it in an objective way, seeing how all the parts are fitting in. Because what you have here is then you're almost in the completion of this cycle. So whatever you've been learning and the victory that you have, you're almost in completion for the new beginning, because you have two aces. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, because you have some choices. Here's the Two of Rods, new beginnings, looking for direction with the crystal ball, the globe, and looking at your options. So you're mulling over, looking what are your choices for the next steps. It's your choices, nobody else's choices, and some of them are hidden. And the changes in your life necessitate looking at your alternatives for moving forward. So again, the Hermit was giving you the truth for the big picture, and with that, then you have the information, because then you are moving forward. In this case, I would say the Knight of Rods is action, moving forward. The end. The world indicates the end of a cycle. Now, it could be that you look at something and you're thinking, well, I wanted to manifest whatever it is you wanted to manifest, and it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to. Well, as we end a cycle, it can be the lesson. It can be that we can check off our certificate, that we had a certificate of completion, whatever this lesson was. Sometimes lessons are challenges. Yes, they are. And difficult. Yes, they are. I can testify to that. I completed, I don't know how many completions I had with my 3 years in Portugal, but lots of lessons. If I had stayed here in the States, I would have not had the profound changes in my life that were not easy. And it switched on a whole lot of things in direction of my life from the lessons that I had, from the experiences that I had. Because, it's all part of learning, and we sign up for those. And the more we've been here, the harder the lessons. So sometimes we see people and we think, well, gee, how come their life is so smooth? And I have these challenges. Well, we all choose what we want to learn and what direction we want to go. But you're just about over this cycle. There's new opportunities coming forth. It's sort of exciting because you can think about, okay, what do I want to accomplish now? This is maybe a good time for you to sit down and, Aries is coming up. Some of you have a birthday this month in Aries. I have lots of Aries in my family, lots and lots of Aries, like 4 prominent family members were Aries. And so some of you, it's approaching your birthday. And this is the completion of this chapter. And then it's almost like your New Year's Eve. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to manifest? And sit down and look at that, because you're completing one cycle. And then you have the 2 aces coming along. And you're standing firm for the direction you want to go. You have the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, standing firm, maybe looking at what you want to accomplish. And there's your Ace of Swords, clarity in the direction that you're going to go for manifesting for prosperity. This is giving you information. From information, you're going to be able to make more informed decisions as you're coming forward. So this is like in preparation for your birthday. Happy birthday, Aries. Because the final outcome, remember, I love the Page of Swords, and there's the Ace of Swords. You're going to get some clarity. That's going to help you in the direction that you're going to go, the information that you want. Okay, so good things coming to you. Now I'm going to pull the new Oracle cards. I decided I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm also going to do posting some pick a card on a regular basis, plus card of the day. I'm going to be doing more of those. And as soon as I figure out how to change being able to monetize and say I'm in the U.S. instead of Portugal. And I even had a tech try to do it, and he said I had to contact Google. But at that point, then I can do some live stream, which I would like to do for my subscribers. Now, I'm going to pick one card here from the Career and Life Oracle. And I'm going to leave it out here. So this is for our Aries for this week. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is it that we have for our Aries? What information do you want for their career and life? What card for this week for them? Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay. Here we go. And Nina always gets so excited about coming up on the table for work. Okay, and the card for you for this week, Aries, is cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. Okay. I'm going to put that card right there. The Wisdom of the Oracle, I'm going to pull one card. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. What is the Wisdom of the Oracle card that you have for our wonderful Aries for this week? So some of you could be at the crossroads about whether to leave a situation, and here's the confirmation. Okay. And the card here for the wisdom of the oracle is orphaned. That's definitely changes. Leaving one situation in another. And in that transition, you can feel orphaned. Because as you leave a work situation, there is a period of grief. Because you're leaving behind the familiar and going forward. That's, I think, a circle, the light of the circle. But as you go forward, you know that you're letting go of the familiar. You're going through the stages of grief. So allow that to happen. And then you're letting go of a familiar situation, of the camaraderie of people that you worked with, of even the routine. It could be even, for example, that you had a routine as going to work, that you stopped at your favorite coffee shop every day, and you know that you're not going to be doing that anymore, to have that conversation with the barista every morning. You know, that's all that change, and change sometimes is difficult, and you go through the grieving process. Okay, and this is the Divine Beloved. Oh, did I wake you up, Nina? I'm sorry. Sorry, Nina. Okay. Change me, divine. Oh, this is prosperity. Now, isn't that interesting? Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows you alone are the source of all prosperity. Let me live in gratitude, trusting every need is handled. That alone is true wealth. So some of you are looking at your prosperity changes. Okay. Then we have believe in your own magic. And we keep thinking of that question that you want an answer for. And this is for our Aries. Okay. Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. Now, isn't that interesting? If you're looking for and making changes. And remember the thing about the victory and the Seven of Swords. I think that goes into that. Number 20, which is a 2, which is relationships. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. Believe wholeheartedly in your own worth, regardless of outside opinion. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. Okay. And then I have this other deck now. This goes there. This is Ask Your Guides. And it has a little book. Where is the, oh, here it is. Ask Your Guides Oracle Cards. Okay. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the message from the guides for our wonderful Aries? Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Okay. Okay, it is Epiphany, Higher Self, number 9, which is a completion number. Let's read this, Epiphany, because you are in the week of completion here. Inspiration, breakthrough, revelation, divine guidance. Congratulations. You're finally getting out of your head and connecting more directly with your divine spirit. The flow of communication between your higher self and your conscious mind is strengthening daily and allowing you to fully sense this ongoing stream of divine guidance that is available to you. As your connection with your higher self deepens, answer will suddenly drop into your consciousness like gifts from above. Aha, moments will appear with greater frequency, like light bulbs switching on in your head. You'll find yourself consistently in the right place at the right time, showered with delightful support. Your higher self is also encouraging you to develop more spontaneity. Flow with life rather than fight against it. Trust your inner guidance right now. Allow yourself to be gently led by your higher self rather than tormented by your fear-mongering ego. Remain in constant dialogue with your higher self and ask for help in overriding any internal resistance that may be preventing you from staying on your true path. You are on the way. And remember, I said, do not fear that your spirit team is with you. Absolutely with you. So this is also confirmation. Okay, now, the Louise Hay affirmation card. And keep in mind what was the question that you wanted answered, because the next will be with your angel answers. The Louise Hay confirmation, Louise affirmation card for this week. Here we go. I love my body. Someone needed to hear this. There. I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. There. Okay. Now, the answer to the question, the angel answers. Keep that question in mind. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, what is the answer for Aries? That question that they have in their mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your guidance. Okay. The answer is unlikely. Now, I don't know what this means for you, but the answer was unlikely. Now, for some of you, and this was also the wisdom of the oracle, sometimes the card says rejection is God's protection. So it could be that you wanted an outcome that didn't come the way you wanted it to. Let's read in here. Does this have a number? Unlikely. Does it have a number here? Let's look it up. Unlikely is page 52. Okay. Right here. The situation you have asked about is unlikely to occur as you are imagining it. There may be different versions of events that will take place, or it may be that what you asked for is simply not in your highest, greatest good. Place your focus on alternative possibility. Open your eyes to different opportunities. Be willing to experience a unique and more uplifting outcome than what you have planned for yourself. I would say that this is also telling you to be unlimited, that sometimes we restrict ourselves in our minds out of fear, out of lack of confidence, and the Seven of Swords here in this reading indicated that they kept talking about victory and victory. And it's, I think, also for you to not limit yourself as much as you have been. Be victorious, be unlimited, because the restrictions that you have been your restrictions. And that you can be unlimited. You have your birthday month coming up. And don't limit yourself. You have all those choices with the Seven of Cups, with the skills that you have, and you can move forward and be victorious. Now, let me know what you think of using these oracle cards. Your feedback's important. I try to, I'm expanding what I'm doing now that I'm in a good environment. And if you want to subscribe, please consider subscribing. Tell your friends about the channel. Share, likes, comments. And thank you, Aries, so much for all of your support. And until next week, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Las Vegas.